Hello and welcome to KLTV News. I'm Dave Hodgson. International news, and US President Donald Trump is in Warsaw, Poland, ahead of the G20 summit of world leaders in Hamburg, Germany. It is thought President Trump will use his keynote address to argue that the future of Western civilization is at stake and that Poland are an example of a country willing to stand up to the, quote, threats of terrorism and extremism. Poland is currently ruled by a conservative government that has aligned with President Trump's less than welcoming position on immigration. National news, and in an interview with the BBC, the chairman of the Chilcot Inquiry into the Iraq War has said that former Prime Minister Tony Blair was not, quote, straight with the nation, unquote, regarding his decisions in the build-up to the Iraq War. Sir John Chilcot also stated that Mr Blair's evidence to the inquiry relied on belief rather than the facts. The inquiry came to the conclusion that Mr Blair exaggerated the threat posed by Saddam Hussein and that the invasion was in fact not the last resort for which it was presented. Despite the findings of the inquiry around former New Labour leader Tony Blair's actions, the current Conservative government is moving to block any attempts to prosecute Mr Blair over the Iraq War. A judge has previously ruled the former Prime Minister has immunity from the attempt to bring a criminal charge against him. Regional news now, and there have been calls for a report into the experiences of the people bereaved by the Hillsborough disaster to be published quickly in a bid to help those affected by the Grenfell Tower disaster. The daughter of one of the victims of the tragic events at Hillsborough in 1989 has said that the time is hugely important for people affected by such incidents. Charlotte Hennessy was 6 years old when her father was killed at the FA Cup semi-final between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Now, Charlotte, who contributed to the report by the former Bishop of Liverpool, James Jones, said that, as a child, I wasn't offered any counselling or support, and this has had a long-lasting effect on me as an adult. It would be awful if we don't learn from that. And finally, the people of the Colne Valley have received some good news as the popular and well-respected surgery at Slaithwaite Health Centre has received a stay of execution. There will be a public meeting on Saturday the 15th of July at 2:30 at Slaithwaite Civic Hall. Speakers will include Thelma Walker MP and GP Dr Paul Wilding. That's it for KLTV this week. Dave Hodgson, goodbye.